I'm going to be completely honest with you. After all, it's my goal with this channel. If you clicked on this video, the truth is that you're cut above the rest. A lot of people would have skipped this video because just by looking at the title, they would have thought, oh, 7 habits to become rich, it's not possible. It has to be a scam. But you're not like those people. You understand that success is the result of what you do repeatedly over months and over years. In fact, success has a lot more to do with who you are as a person and how you optimize your entire life, as opposed to which business tactic or which business model you're working on. If you know my story, then you'll know a couple years ago, I hit the lowest point in my life. I was broke, I was depressed, anxious, and I had the worst social skills. I was genuinely miserable. And it's only because I started to push myself out of my comfort zone day after day to do the things I was so damn afraid to do that I started to build the positive habits that helped me to completely transform myself. And as a result, everything in my life has completely changed. Building new positive habits is exactly what allowed me to build the body of my dreams. I had always wanted to be strong and muscular because back then I was skinny and weak, and I was able to achieve that. I improved my social skills significantly. I got rid to all anxiety I felt when it comes to talking to other people. I've also been able to find a loving and fulfilling relationship with an incredible human being. And on top of that, I've been able to build a profitable online business. And I can guarantee that if you met me today and you met me back then, you'd swear you've just talked to 2 different people. Now, I'm not telling you any of this to brag, because to be completely honest, I couldn't care less about that. If you know me, then you'll know I hate speaking about myself. I hate posting a picture on Instagram. Yet I do it for business, and I also do it to help other people. Because at the time, I wish I had had a mentor. The journey would have been a lot smoother if I had. So I am genuinely convinced that if you apply the habits I'm going to share with you in this video, not only is it going to seriously improve every single aspect of your life, but you will become wealthier as a result. The first habit, which is crucial if you want to make more money and if you want to improve the quality of the rest of your life, is taking care of your mental health. The funny truth is that a lot of people, when they want to start a business, when they want to make more money, all they focus on is the business side of things. They're going to wonder which business they need to start, which tactics to follow, and you absolutely need to focus on that. It is extremely important. But the thing that happens is that 99% of those same people fail, and they never understand why. If you don't believe me, if you think that mental health doesn't matter, go and try to take action. Chances are in a year from now, you will still be in the same position. You will have made at best $12. So if you want to waste another year of your life, click off this video and go take action. That's the mistake I made years ago. I didn't listen to the people who talked about mental health or meditation. I thought it wasn't going to help me to make more money. I wanted to know exactly what to do. The reason why your mental health matters is because if you want to become wealthy, you need to be able to produce higher quality work faster than anyone else in the market. Business is an ongoing competition. You can't expect to make more money than the competition if you don't do better than them. If you're a writer, what this means is that you need to write better and faster than the other writers. If you're the owner of a service-based business, you need to make sure every single day that the work is getting done and faster and better than anyone else in your market. If you do that, you will seriously dominate. But the sad truth is that you'll never be able to do that to produce high quality work if you can't even enter a state of flow. To summarize it, a state of flow, it's when you're so immersed in the task that you're doing that everything else fades away. It becomes completely irrelevant. It's kind of like, in the cringe romance movies, when the 2 main protagonists fall in love, they kiss for the first time, and everything else around them completely fades away in the background. It's like nothing around them exists. That is the definition of being truly present in the moment. And that is exactly what you need to be able to enter a state of flow and to produce great high quality work, which will make you a lot of money. Now, a lot of people wonder why they can't stick to their positive habits. The truth is that their mental health is horrible. I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. When I learn the bad news, when I've had a bad day or a bad week, I can't even focus. Like, I sit down at my desk, I force myself to start the work, but I just can't do it. And sometimes willpower is not enough. Sometimes you can try to force yourself to work as hard as you want, but you just can't. Your mind literally can't focus. You're thinking about other things, about your problems. So when I'm in a negative state of mind, it's extremely difficult to focus and to enter a state of flow. The thing is, if you often find yourself procrastinating, most likely it's because your mental health is trash. And while meditating or journaling can help you to have better mental health, the thing that will actually make all the difference is to find a root cause. What is causing that feeling in you? That negative, destructive feeling? What is making you so sad or so angry? And then you need to go ahead and fix that problem. For me, my mental health was horrible because I hated my life. Because I was anxious, broke, depressed, I hated the place I was living in. So I could meditate all I wanted. It wasn't going to fix the root cause. It's the same problem that we have with modern medicine nowadays. We treat the symptoms instead of looking for the root cause and solving the problem at its core. But unless you solve the problem at its core, you'll always have the symptoms. When you feel negative, when you have negative emotions, nothing is broken in you. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It's telling you something. It is a message. It's telling you need to fix this issue in your life. And until you do, you'll keep feeling the same way. That's why the best thing that you can do to improve your mental health, it's to grab a notebook, a pen, and to start writing down what are the things that you hate about your life. What's making you so sad, so angry? What do you wish you could change? What would make everything better? If it's getting in shape, go go and commit yourself to getting in shape. Get up earlier, go to the gym, do whatever it takes. If it's building a business, making more money, same thing, commit to building the business of your dreams. The next habit that seriously changed my life in ways I couldn't even conceive was to get daily sunlight exposure. At some point, I used to be constantly tired. And I don't mean like, oh, I'm just feeling a bit tired. I mean exhausted. I wanted to sleep. I wanted to take 2 naps per day. In fact, at some point, that's even what I did. Do you imagine how much time I was wasting every single day taking 2 freaking naps per day? Not to mention that it was seriously killing my productivity, because when you wake up, you're a bit groggy. Even if it was a good restorative nap, you still feel kind of tired, kind of sluggish. It takes like 30 minutes to get back in the flow of working. I'm sure when you wake up every morning, it takes you a bit of time to actually feel some kind of energy and to be able to go about your day. So I googled why am I always tired, but it just gave me the most basic answers you can think of, like eat healthy, exercise a couple times a week, sleep 7 to 9 hours a night. But I was doing all of those things already. So I thought maybe I've got sleep apnea. I mean, what's going on? So I did a sleep study, a blood test, everything turned out to be completely fine. But then a couple days later, I start to notice I feel more energetic all of a sudden. Now I can power through the day without taking any naps. So what's going on? And then I take a look at my habit tracker. A few weeks earlier, I had decided to implement a brand new habit: daily sunlight exposure. Every single morning after the gym, I went outside and I stayed like for 5 to 15 minutes soaking up the sunlight, even if it was a cloudy, rainy, dark day. And guess what happened? It's been months and I haven't taken a single freaking nap. The truth is, 99% of people spend most of their time indoors, and that was especially worse during the recent lockdowns when everyone was stuck at home. A lot of people did not have the privilege of having a garden, a balcony, so it was even worse for them. But most of us are clearly not getting enough daily sunlight exposure. So every single day, make it a priority to get early sunlight exposure. Like when the sun is rising or it's clear outside, go outside for 5 minutes if it's a bright, clear day, like in the summer days, or if it's a cloudy, rainy day, you can even go for a walk for up to 30 minutes. Trust me when I say that this single habit will change the rest of your life forever. Not only is it going to help you to improve your sleep, to absorb nutrients better, but it will also improve your capacity to work. You'll be a lot more productive. You'll be able to get stuff done faster. So as a result, of course you can guess, you'll make more money. Moving on to the third habit that will seriously improve your life and make you wealthier: having a consistent sleep routine. Let me ask you a question. How do you expect to be able to perform at the best of your capacity, at the maximum, if your sleep is garbage? Great sleep will lead to high quality work. Your cognitive functions will be at their best. You'll do in 2 hours what it takes your competition 2 weeks to do. The quality of your work will be significantly higher. If you've got a business, you'll bring more value to your customers. You'll get more creative ideas, new ways to improve your business. You'll make more money as a result. And one of the key pillars to getting great sleep is having a consistent wake up time and bedtime. Yes, that even includes the weekends, because if you're always waking up at different times every single day, you are essentially jet lagging yourself every time. So every single day when you wake up, it's like you traveled and you have to adapt to a brand new time zone. How do you expect to be productive? How do you expect to have energy? You won't. Your body lacks routine. To give you an example, if you eat at the same time every single day, your body will expect it in advance. Let's say you eat at noon every day for lunch, your body will know. Okay, it's going to be noon in, let's say, 30 minutes. We need to start releasing the right hormones. And you'll see that everything, your health, your cognitive functions, quality of your work, the quality of your sleep, and the quality of your life will significantly be improved. Every successful person will tell you the same thing. Routine is the key to success, to anything you've ever wanted. Now, the next habit is seriously the thing that allowed me to change my life. Doing one thing that scares you every day. I can confidently stare at you in the eyes and tell you that this habit changed my life. Back then, I was sick and tired of my situation. And deep down, I had big goals. I knew that if I stayed as I was, I would go nowhere. I'd keep seeing other people achieving what I wanted to achieve, while I'd be sitting on the sidelines doing nothing. Why? Because I was afraid. But I wasn't going to let my fear stop me. Of course not. I was going to roll up my sleeves and do whatever the hell it took to get out of hell. And deep down I knew if I could only force myself to do all of the things I was so afraid to do, I could only become successful. It would only become a matter of time. I needed to make myself unstoppable. And the best way to do that was to force myself to do everything I was afraid to do. If you can do this, you will become unstoppable. You will be relentless. Because if you keep doing the same things you've always done, how do you expect a different outcome? That is the definition of insanity. If you want to make more money, but you never get a better job, you never start a business, you won't make more money. Realize this. If you're overweight, you want to drop 20 pounds. If you don't change the way that you eat, if you don't start to exercise, guess what? The months, the years will fly by and you'll still be overweight. You'll still be in the same position. If you're really shy, you have poor social skills, but you never try to go in to speak to strangers, guess what? Your social skills will stay non-existent. I know that's not not what you want to hear necessarily. It's difficult. No one wants to do the things that they're afraid to do. But 99% of the time, you're gonna force yourself to do that thing you were so afraid of doing, and then you realize, oh, come on, that's it? It was that easy? I could have done that thing 5 years ago. So write down in the comments one thing you're afraid to do and exactly how you're going to do it. If you're afraid to talk to strangers, the next day you'll talk to someone. You can just say hi. Do something that scares you. That is the first step to greatness. The fifth habit that will make you wealthier and improve the quality of the rest of your life is learning to say no. Truth is, if you truly want to become successful, you want to obtain the top 1% life that you see people living all year round on social media. Maybe you take a look at my Instagram, you want the same type of life. Let me tell you one thing. You need to go all in. You need to say no to parties, to toxic people, to abusive relationships. Because believe it or not, a lot of people around you, they're not actually your friends. I mean, really audit your social circle. Out of all the people that you know, how many of them would actually be there for you in times of true need? You would be surprised to discover that some of your closest friends are actually your worst enemies, and they don't wish the best for you. I've personally lost a few close friends on my way to success. Because at some point when you level up so much because you work so hard, the people who don't, they can take it as inspiration. They can be motivated by your hard work, by your success, or they can start to hate you, to despise you, because they're not willing to do the work, so it's a massive blow to their ego, and for them it's easier to pull you back down as opposed to doing the work to climb up themselves. You need to understand that the bigger your goal, the bigger the level of sacrifice you'll need to make. When you set goals that truly matter to you, the daily grind will fuel you. You won't like every single part of it. On some days, all you'll feel like doing is watching Netflix, eating ice cream, but when your goals truly matter to you, you'll get to work anyway, regardless of how you feel, because you know that if you do the right thing, it's only a matter of time before you have every single thing you've ever wanted, and that is truly priceless. That is worth all the hard work in the world and all of the sacrifices, believe me. And if you're always saying yes to different people, to different things, to different opportunities, guess what? You're spreading yourself thin, and to become successful, you need the ability to go all in on one thing and to focus. The real reason why a lot of people can't become successful, it's not because they're not smart enough, because they can't work hard enough, or because they don't have enough money or enough time. It's because they can't focus. And the way that you focus is by saying no to other things, saying no to all of the distractions, to everything which has nothing to do with reaching your goals. Trust me, you will thank yourself later. Moving on to the next habit, which is to make it a priority to always keep improving. The second you assume you've made it is the moment that you sign your downfall. Growth only happens as long as you intend for it. Rent is due every single day. If you want to build a strong and muscular physique, the day that you stop going to the gym is the day that you lose your muscle. If you want to build a profitable business, the day that you stop trying to make your business better is the day that a hungry competitor will take your spot. At the end of the day, the world is truly ruthless. What you don't use, you will lose. That is one of the fundamental laws of nature. If you don't use your laptop, your phone, for a month, for a year, chances are you'll forget the password. And you've got to realize that what was considered amazing a few years ago no longer is the case today, and that is why we always need to keep improving. To me, the prospect of being stuck in a 9-to-5 job that I hated, never being able to 10x my income 1 month to the next, 1 year to the next, it made me depressed. To be fulfilled, I need constant growth and constant evolution. That's why I started an online business. If you're a beginner, you'd like to start an online business, I've recorded a free guide in which I analyze every popular online business model. Together we take a look at the pros and at the cons. If you want to learn more about it, I invite you to click on the first link in the description. Now, the seventh habit that will change the rest of your life and allow you to make so much money you won't even know what the hell to do with it is to document your journey on social media. Nowadays, we entered what experts call the attention economy. It means that nowadays, to make the most amount of money, it's no longer about providing the best products. I mean, you've got to realize that as we are speaking, some people are making more money than doctors in a month because they started a YouTube channel, because they started a service-based online business. Some 11-year-old girls make more money on TikTok than brain surgeons. How crazy is that? A personal brand is exactly what allowed Kylie Jenner to become a billionaire at only 21 years old. Billionaire with a B. It's also what allowed Conor McGregor to sell his own whiskey brand, Proper 12, for over $600 million. It's what allowed The Rock to create Teremana Tequila, his own tequila brand. And guess how much that company is worth? Over $1 billion. He could literally become a billionaire if someone bought his company. That is the power of having a personal brand. And in fact, if you truly want to make it to the multiple 7 figures a year or 8 figures a year, building a personal brand is probably the best thing that you can do. Even right now, let's say that you're just a doctor. Start making videos on social media, give value to people who want to become doctors, help everyday people to solve basic issues. Over the course of years, you will amass a huge following, and with your business, you could make more than what you make in a month with your job. You could decide to quit your job, go all in, help more people around the world. The possibilities are truly endless. Now, you don't have to start by doing something perfect. Just try to provide value to other people. Ask yourself, how can I help others? What problems can I solve for people? And start making content around that. So with that said, if you apply these 7 habits, you will truly become richer and change your life forever, just like I did. Now, as always, I am waiting for you on the other side.